Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a political brown kid here checking in today. I just want to drop an inconvenient truth on you. We're going to have a few inconvenient truths, as a matter of fact. Things that need to be said that a lot of people probably don't even want to hear. And I know if you haven't gotten ticked off with me yet, maybe this will be the straw that'll break you some of these inconvenient truths. Maybe not. Hopefully, you listen to it and at least either accept it or have a conversation about it. But I think these are things that are warranted of conversations. Again, a lot of these inconvenient truths are going to come from psychological damage that we have experienced for 400 plus years of systemic racism and just basically propaganda, marketing campaigns to really project black people in a negative light. And some of this marketing was done intentionally. A lot of it was done intentionally. And a lot of it is that is still being done today is being kind of done unintentional because, again, white people really don't understand our problem. So a lot of this stuff is being done unintentional. But the inconvenient truth that I want to talk about today is black complicity. We have been complicit in some of the stuff that has gone on throughout history, which has kind of put us in the situation that we've been in, and not only put us in the situation that we've been in, but really kind of took us further and further back. We've kind of been digging our own hole that we've been in, and that hole has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's why you're finding it harder to climb out of. So I'm not even going to ramble anymore, but I just want to talk about to show you the things that have gone on throughout history that we have been involved in, from psychological abuse, from psychological damage. Again, remember, you went through hundreds of years of hell in slavery, being mentally abused, sexually abused, physically abused, and economically deprived. You can call that economic abuse. So you've been abused all the way around, and then all of a sudden they freed you. And you were free to go out and do what? Be whoever you wanted to be, with still a system hanging over your head that didn't really want you here, still didn't want you here, still doesn't want us here. Let me say us, because I'm a part of it. But we have still been complicit. Let me just say this real quick, because everybody knows what's going on. This is the summer of 2020. We all know, unfortunately, George Floyd has died. You're going to hear his name probably a lot come out of my mouth, but he is having an impact that you would have thought that Breonna Taylor would have had. I forget the guy Aubrey. I forget his name. I don't want to mess his name. Philando Castile. What's the other young lady that died in prison? I forget. Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin. Have to throw his name in there. Rodney King. You would have thought that a lot of these other people would have had these same effects. You would have even thought the deaths of Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King would have had these effects. But obviously we are here, and it was, I guess, George Floyd's unfortunate demise was the straw that broke the camel's back. But let me just say this real quick. I was really looking forward to last year. I told my wife and my family. I said last year because I've kind of always subtly celebrated Juneteenth, but never really all out. I don't celebrate holidays. I don't even celebrate my own damn birthday. I'm not big on milestones and things of that nature. But I said, man, I'm going to get into Juneteenth, and I told my wife this. I said from June 13th through June 19th, it's going to be just like little cookout here, there. Nothing big, because hey, look, I'm not a social person too much. I pretty much stay to myself. But just, cooking out, doing something that people normally do on 4th of July. We do it here. We get some crabs, we cook out, just the family, chill. And this year, I just really don't even feel like doing it. And you want to know why? The reason why is because now all of these white companies, are now saying, hey, Juneteenth is now going to be a holiday. And I'm not trying to say that this is a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. But I tend to kind of shy away when everybody wants to start doing stuff and commercializing stuff. I tend to shy away from stuff like that. But now you got Nike coming out saying that they're going to make Juneteenth a national holiday. You have other companies, I believe tech companies, saying Juneteenth is going to be a recognized date off for our business. That's fine. I'm really not knocking that. But the thing that comes into my mind is that it goes into the black complicitness of our people. Black people, when Farrakhan tried to get us together for a Day of Atonement and Million Man March so we could reconcile our differences, black people didn't show. I went down there. I showed up. But all of these Christians, they couldn't show up because Farrakhan was putting it on. They let the religious aspect and the geopolitical or religious political aspect get involved in what they're doing. Black people who got black problems, who got psychological problems, who got nation problems, because we are not a people of nation. Whites have a nation. Whites support whites. Whites have whites don't even really need to support whites anymore. They got so much money and resources, they can be independent of one another. Asians support Asians. Latinos, which is not a race, but they are a group, a cultural group. Latinos support Latinos or Latinas, Latinx. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I know that's a new term. I'm trying to grasp it. Latinx. Blacks are the only people. Jews support Jews. Blacks are the only people that don't support each other. We lack nation. We lack a consciousness. Let me tell you this real quick before I jump into this complicitness. I'm here in the DC metropolitan area. I love to point out that I'm born and raised in DC proper. I am so DC. But here in the DC metropolitan area, and they'll tell you that there ain't that many Jewish people in the DC metropolitan. Matter of fact, Jews, their problem and plight is with Germany. It's not with the United States. The problem in history that they've had has been with Germany. The major problem. There are not that many Jews in America, yet alone in the DC metropolitan area. Yet they got a holiday for the school systems in Maryland. At least in Maryland, I don't know about DC, but at least in Maryland, these kids are celebrating Jewish holiday. The Muslim people tried to say, hey, look, well, you gave the Jewish people one, we want one. They tried to fight for one. At least the Muslims tried to fight for one. And the school system, I guess, backtracked. And I guess since they thought about it and they set a precedent, I forget, but I think they just wound up saying, you going to have to just allow your kids to come out of school. I forgot how it got resolved. But the bottom line is Europeans, again, they respect the current day Jews who are European or Caucasian descendants. They respected them enough to give them a holiday. Black people don't fight for anything. We didn't fight for Juneteenth. We didn't fight for a Day of Atonement to celebrate the Day of Atonement for the Million Man March. We haven't fought for that to get that a holiday. We didn't fight for Juneteenth to be a holiday, that should be the no-brainer. That's Independence Day for Black people. And this country should have wanted to have celebrated that, to say, hey, look, we're going to have an Independence Day for Black people. That's a national holiday. And we're going to have a 4th of July Independence Day. Because you think about Juneteenth as everybody's holiday. They fought for it. The white people, the white Northerners fought and died to free us too. So they should have been wanted to make that a holiday. But what I'm trying to say to you is Black people don't fight for their own stuff. We allow white people to dictate everything that is given to us. Now we're going to have white people leading the charge for Juneteenth to become a holiday. And then you're going to start seeing I guarantee this year, we're going to see a bunch of people cooking out on June 19th. A bunch of Black people, because the white man has accepted it. The white race, should I say, because it's not just the white man, it's the white woman. She has a problem too. But white people have accepted it as a holiday. So now we're going to celebrate it. It's called being complicit. It's just going on. We allow white people to dictate to us everything that we do. Look at this. White people said, you know what? If you have 1/16th drop of blood of Black blood in you, you are Black. They established that rule way back when. I don't know when it came about, but you do your history. If you have 1/16th drop of black blood, you are black. Now fast forward to today, and they see all of these mongrels, mulattoes, aka black people who have European descendancy or genes in them, but they're black people, make no doubt about it. And they see all of these wonderful black people doing great things on a basketball court, on a football field, because God knows this country don't respect anybody who's a working class person. You can't get a teacher to be on TV to become a celebrity for anything, but anybody who has $1 million, whether they made it, whether they were Al Capone and made it notoriously, or Pablo Escobar, is going to get a documentary about him. But you ain't gonna get no teacher with a documentary. They gave one to Joe Clark. Lean on me. They gave one to him, but you're not gonna find teachers and everyday common people being celebrated. But if you can dribble a ball, or you can throw a ball, or you can dunk a ball, or you can do anything with a hockey stick, you can do anything, hit with a bat, or you can sing, rap, tap, bang on a drum, you're going to get celebrated. But the bottom line is they see all of these wonderful people, these wonderful black people that have European mixture in them, and they see them doing wonderful things in the public eye. Barack Obama, they saw one ascend the presidency. They see him with cool culture because, of course, you know, white people have always liked the black culture in America, should I say. And they see all this cool culture and they want to say, we want to be a part. We want to claim these people now. So now they're coming out and saying, well, you know what? You're not really black. You're mixed. So really, we're going to add a box in there. So you check mixed because you don't offend your mama. Don't offend your mother or your white mother or your white father. Claim that you're mixed because you're one of us too. And then you got this, I'm telling you, and these mixed race people, they get put in the trick bag. They getting put in the trick bag. And black people getting put in the trick bag too by saying, yeah, they are mixed. Tay Diggs, he getting tricked. He telling his kids, you're not black, you mixed. Until they catch sickle cell anemia. And then he gonna figure out how come they got sickle cell and their mother don't got sickle cell. And the only people of color in the house got sickle cell anemia. I don't wish sickle cell on anybody, but I'm just being honest with you. But the bottom line is this: we've been complicit. White man says, okay, well, now we're changing the rules. They did this in Africa a long time ago. They have black, white, and colored. I'm telling you, go look it up. Black, white, and colored. It's a way to divide you black people, to discredit black people from doing black great things. When a Barack Obama, I'm going to tell y'all this quick story, real quick. I was hesitant. Excuse me, I got to clear my throat. But I was hesitant when I went into that booth when Barack Obama was running. I was hesitant to pull the trigger for him because it just didn't feel 100% right. It was like, why not Shirley Chisholm? Why not Jesse Jackson? People who really, number one, fought in the struggle for black people. Barack really just kind of rode their wave and took it to the next level. Really, I'm just being honest with you, he didn't put in the time or effort that those other people put in. We can have a whole conversation on that, and I'm probably thinking about doing one because it really needs to be said. That was number one. And then number two, it was just kind of like, all I started hearing in the office, because I'm a working man. I don't make money off this crap that I'm doing right now, just talking to y'all. I'm just trying to drop some knowledge on y'all. All I started hearing in the office from all these white kids and all these white people, and these are conservative people, because they love to do this with black genes. Like y'all look this up. It was a white historian. I forget it was a female or a male. They said blacks have never contributed anything to society as far as history, as far as doing anything significant in history. They said not even the sciences, not even the arts. I've been trying to find that quote so I can, just to show y'all it was a real quote. I cannot find it, but it's a real quote. They said, and that's why you always see, they'll look at Egypt and say, well, that was a white society, and blacks came in when Egypt was on its downfall, and they came in, and that's when the black pharaohs came about. That's bullcrap. Don't let them lie to you like that. We'll do a blog on that. Read Ivan Van Sertima. They always discredit. They don't talk about any of the black empires ever doing anything significant, ever. Everything that was, even you watch movies when they start talking about first man, they've already proved that man came from Africa. Africa was the origination of man. But when you watch every documentary showing primitive man and early humans, they're all white. They're all European. Even if they have a bunch of hair on their body and they're Cro-Magnon, they make them European. They don't make them black because they want to make you believe that white man was the first man to walk. This is what I'm telling you, this is what you call brainwashing. This is a part of the psychological damage that you go through. That's why you can't believe that you've done anything fantastic. That's why you can't believe that you're anything other than a pimp, a hoe, a drug dealer, a basketball player, football player, a singer. You can't see it. You really can't. I'm being honest with you. Africa right now has not gone through that much COVID. I'm not trying to say that COVID-19 is impacting the African continent. I'm not trying to say that COVID-19 isn't affecting them. But all I've heard so many newspapers say, oh, Sweden or Brunswick is doing so well. How are they doing so well? These people got cases over there. You haven't heard any article say Africa is doing fantastic. What have they done? What kind of smart strategic plans did they make and implement to keep the continent safe? They didn't say that. I'm not making this up. Now, again, I'm doing this broadcast in June of 2020. Maybe things will change in the fall for Africa for the worse. God forbid. But I'm just trying to show you the systemic racism. But let's just focus on complicity here, black complicity. Again, the white man gives you a holiday, you'll take it, and then you'll celebrate it because he has authorized it. White people tell you who's black and who's white. Now they're trying to tell you that race doesn't exist. It's a racial construct. Okay, tell that to all the black people that got sickle cell anemia. Tell all the white people who got to put on suntan lotion just to go out in the sun. Or else they'll probably get skin cancer. Tell that to people. Tell that to people who look different. I mean, there's something genetically that is causing this. Race is not a social construct. It is a genetic construct. We just need to stop making up mantras and dumb sayings to excuse our bullcrap. We just need to learn to say, hey, look, we see race, we see differences in people, and we respect and love and can appreciate the differences in one another. Now let's talk about more complicity. We've talked about the complicity of we just go along and let the white man dictate to us what we should celebrate and who's black and who's not. Well, let's talk about this. And this is where I'm going to get into the inconvenient truths that's probably going to, touch a little bit of nerve. Some of our demise, like I said, we've kind of dug our own hole here. Y'all probably have heard of the Buffalo Soldiers. And I'm not trying to take anything away from these black groups. I love these black groups. I love black history. And again, these people were psychologically damaged. Again, we're talking about psychological damage here. So a lot of the missteps that we have done, it's been through psychological damage. And also through duress. We've been put under duress, basically. We've been given a gun and told to shoot somebody else. And if we don't do it, that they're going to shoot us, basically. You've seen that in movies where somebody gives somebody a gun and they say, you shoot him. If you don't shoot him, then we're going to shoot you. And that's kind of what we've been doing. We've been operating under duress and also under psychological just damage. We just confused. We've been conditioned like a dog, really, to say if we please the white man, maybe he will accept us. And that's what's been going on. The Buffalo Soldiers, a part of the Buffalo Soldiers' jobs, it was to protect white people and white settlers from Native Americans. They participated in the Indian Wars. They went to war, like Jackie Chan said in the movie Rush Hour. War. They went to war with Native Americans, indigenous Americans, and helped kill indigenous Americans for Caucasians, for Europeans. That's what a part of being a Buffalo Soldier was. That was a part of the duties. I'm not making this up. And it's all, like I say, some of this, maybe they did it under duress. Maybe they did it to, from, like I say, psychological confusion to please the white man. If we please him, then maybe we can get our freedom. I don't know. I wasn't there. But this is history. Let's fast forward. Let's move forward. We obviously know that there were overseers on the plantation. Some of these overseers were slaves that were put in charge of whooping and beating other slaves. You look at the continent of Africa. Africa, you're not excused. They were responsible. They participated in helping to capture other tribes for Europeans to ship back over to America. This is complicity. I don't make this up, but I'm going to bring it up. It's called psychological confusion. We have to talk about this type of stuff. We have to talk about this. Yeah. We can go down throughout a lot of things in history and have conversations about the things that were done that we helped to actively participate in. Let's look at what was it? World War I? World War II. I think it was World War II. Like I said, I'm not a history buff. My bachelor's and master's degrees are in information technology. They are not in history. So my dates, I know things, but I can't give you dates. Matter of fact, I think that's one of the dumbest things in school. They used to do to us in school. I went to Catholic school. I went to private school all my life. And one of the dumbest things we could talk about the education system. Education system is horrible. They will sit up there. I remember we used to have to remember who the presidents were in sequential order. What the heck is that going to prove to me in high school? How is that going to benefit me in high school? Knowing the presidents in sequential order. And I spent half my hours trying to remember the presidents in sequential order when I could have been brushing up on math, brushing up on something else. That's something that you probably want to do when you hit college. If you decide to be a history major, then you want to know probably sequences. You want to get into chronology. Knowing dates, times, please, knowing that type of stuff. But I'm digressing. Anyway, World War II. Tuskegee Airmen. Again, they have cemented themselves in history. But the bottom line is, you're fighting for a country that didn't even respect you as a human being. Didn't even consider you a human being, really, at that point in time. Remember, we were 1/8 human. It took 8 black men to equal 1 human being. That was in slavery. They used to have that rule, 1/8 human. I didn't make that up. Tuskegee Airmen fighting for a country, willing to fight. They were mad because they couldn't fight. They wanted the respect of the white man. It's called being complete. I'm telling you, everything has been done to please white people. And you thinking that by you proving your loyalty that they're going to respect and love you. And they don't. I'm just being honest. I'm not making this up. We've done all of this in 1940s, 1930s. And here we are 2016 and they still don't like you. And I don't need to provide you with examples of that. You could turn on the TV. And I'm talking about whether it's a fictitious TV show or whether it's real reality. You can see how you're being treated. The psychological damage that has been done to you. Marcus Garvey, right? Tried to get us to go back to Africa. Black people say, hell no, I ain't going over there. Too many black people over there. I don't want to be around them black people. I don't know. What loyalties do you have to America? Now you got black people. I just read an article about, I guess Alvin Kamara was supporting some race car driver named Bubba Wallace. Bubba. He got a good old boy name, don't he? Apparently Bubba Wallace is black. I don't know. I'm just saying I read an article. I have not looked at this man. I don't watch NASCAR. Could care less about that. NASCAR's not my thing. And I'm not trying to say NASCAR's a bad sport. I'm not trying to put NASCAR down. It's not my thing. I'm pretty sure, but NASCAR is very huge and very popular. Just because I don't like it don't mean it ain't cool. NASCAR is probably the coolest thing. It's probably something I'm missing out. I bet maybe if I watched it, I probably would enjoy the hell out of it. But I just don't. I mean, I'm not into horse races. I'm watching a horse run around the track. I'm not into horse. The only time I watch a horse race is if a horse is going for the Triple Crown. And then I'm mad because I got to watch 3 hours of other races before they get to a 2-minute race. I'm serious. But apparently Bubba Wallace wore a face mask, because we in COVID-19. So he had his facial protection, his N95 mask on or whatever. But he had a face mask on that was painted in the American flag. And he's standing up for the American national anthem. And Alvin Kamara, the football player, went down there to show him support. My thing is this. But see, black people, we always got to show that we are loyal to America. White people moving out of this country in droves. I do not lie to you. I'm not lying to you. White people, see, this is the thing. This is what black people feel. See, black people always got to show that they are loyal to America. Where's your loyal? Why should you be loyal to America? That's the question that I'm asking. Listen, one thing. Blackness is a permanent state. It really is. You can, even Michael Jackson tried to change his blackness and you're still black. Even down to your genetics, you're still black. You can do whatever you want to your skin, to your hair, to your chin, to your nose. You can do whatever it is you want, but you are still black. Until they get there where you go into your DNA and you can alter your DNA, you are still black. You carry your black. You can change your nationality all you want. Look at Naomi Osaka. We'll talk about her too. Look at Naomi Osaka. She was born one place. She moved to another place, to Florida, and became an American just so she could play tennis and make it as a tennis player. And then as soon as she made it as a tennis player, it was more economically beneficial for her to go back to Japan because, she was probably the one and only Japan star tennis player. And it's easier for her to monetize herself in Japan. Rui Hachimura is doing the same thing in basketball. You're the only, and these two people are black too. Have you ever heard these two people say I'm black? You have never heard that before a day in your life between Naomi Osaka and Rui Hachimura. They're black people who just happen to have Asian or Japanese descent in them. And Rui Hachimura is doing the same thing Naomi Osaka is doing. They're claiming their Japanese nationality because it makes for a better star and it makes for better monetization. And I'm not trying to say that they don't love their black. I mean, their European national. They obviously don't love their black nationality because they don't mention it. But I'm not trying to say that they don't love being Japanese and respect the Japanese side because they only moved back to Japan. And, I'm not trying to say, I don't know whether she loves her Japanese side or not. I damn sure don't know she would love her black side. But what I'm trying to say is you can see how you can change your nationality. You can change nationalities tomorrow. You cannot change your race. White people, you can't change yours. Asians, you can't change yours. And black people, we can't change ours. So the bottom line is this. Why are you loyal to a country that's not loyal to you? Black people, Mark Garvey tried to get y'all to leave America for Africa. Y'all say, hell no. Black people to this day, hell no. White people today, they'll leave here and go to Sweden tomorrow for a job or just to retire or they'll say, man, I'm on fire. They'll do the fire movement, financially independent, retire early. They'll save up their money and go live and get a small place in Brussels or somewhere in Iceland or Greenland. They'll even move to London, or they'll buy a yacht and sail around the world, live on the yacht. Hell, they moving to Africa. The dude from Twitter, Jack Dorsey, said, man, I'm going to Africa. I'm not trying to say he's moving there, but he said, look, the next opportunity for me to make another billion or another 5 billion is going to be in Africa. And I guarantee you the only time black people going to catch on to Africa is when a white man catch on to it. When a white man, like I said, you are complicit in your own demise. And you refuse to talk about it because it's not the politically correct thing to say. It's not the politically correct thing to say. So you refuse to talk about it. White people going over to Africa and they're going over there and they're going to make their money. And then by the time you decide to go over there, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late because the money's going to already be made. The new startups are already going to be done. Look at all these white companies going over there setting up fintechs, financial technology companies. And by the time you go over there, it's going to be too late. I'm just being honest with you. But I'm just trying to point out some of the complicity that we've had in history. Look at all the complicity from Charles Barkley. Anytime a white person get in trouble on TV, Charles Barkley, the main person up there trying to defend somebody, defend a white man. He's get on TV and he's quick to talk about the deficiencies of black people. But as soon as a white person get on TV, you don't see him get on TV giving the white man a tongue lashing. He get on TV defending him. Jason Whitlock, same thing. When has Jason Whitlock ever said anything to help you out? Clarence Thomas, you are part of the judicial system, the court judicial system, trying to rip apart affirmative action. And look, trust me, I'm not a total fan of affirmative action because they won't give us reparations. If they gave us reparations, the proper reparations, we wouldn't need affirmative action. I'd be with them on getting rid of affirmative action if we had our proper reparation. And when I say proper reparations, I mean owning Fortune 500 companies and making it so that black people have to hire other blacks and getting the psychological treatment that we should have gotten. Yeah, but you're very complicit. All you hear him talk about is what black people. Oh, he's just making laws what black people shouldn't do. Tim Scott down in South Carolina, complicit. You got a whole bunch of black people, man, that are just complicit in their own demise. Even to this day, I walked you through history. About how from where Africans helped capture slaves to where black people helped beat slaves and keep slaves in line, to where we fought Native Americans for the white man, where we fought the Germans and everybody else in World War II for the white man, how we refused to leave America and go back to Africa and help the African continent rise up. We could have taken whatever American education that we had back over there and given a diverse perspective to our other brothers and sisters in Africa to help that continent. And today, from a justice system and from a political system, we help make the laws and enforce the laws that keep us where we are today. It's called being black and being complicit. And that is the inconvenient truth that I want to drop on you today. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Like I said, if you want to have a conversation about it, with me, please, fine, hit me up. If you want to have a conversation amongst yourselves, definitely. But there's something that needs to be talked about. So I'm going to sign off now. Just wanted to drop this inconvenient truth on you. This is going to be one of many. So I'm up out of here. Peace.